Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4, the Great War, with me Alpha Pi Omega and the sublime Ottoman state. So it has been a few days since I last recorded. I'm still a number of episodes ahead of you guys, but you're slowly catching up, which makes me happy. Anyway, what we have been doing is, because we're doing so well on our general production and we're also doing good on industry, I decided that we are going to switch into sort of border strengthening when it comes to Russia, because that's where most of our weakness comes from. So we're continuing with the projects of building forts along the border, and we're also building or expanding our railroad network there. We're currently working on this one through Marash into Harput and through Erzincan to Erzurum, where we're going to have a new supply hub. And a second leg is going to go through Urfa Mardin all the way here north of Erbil and Mosul, where we're going to have another supply hub. So that's the plan for now. We're going to continue with it today. We're catching up to the west, which is good. After that, we're going to introduce the modern education to get a research slot. Then we're going to open the Imperial Bank and reintroduce the Vakif system. Now, the Vakif system is a weird one because it gives extra 10% consumer goods factories and low civilian factory construction speed by 15%, but it gives you 4 factories. Now, that would seem, quite a bad deal, but catching up to the west itself gives you construction speed of 15%, so that negates this bonus, which, basically goes only to civilian factories. So we're going to be on the same side as we are now. And opening up the Imperial Bank actually lowers consumer goods factories by 8%, so we're going to get a negative of 2% from it, which, still is not great, but I think we've had something else here that actually helped with the consumer factories. Yeah, here we have prepare for the incoming wars, which lowers the consumer goods by 10%, or we could go with this one, construction speed. I'm probably gonna go with this one, factory. Yeah, so that one was going to give us another 10%. Currently we're only at 17%, which is really not bad at all. So I'm hoping we can actually go even lower. We're going to see. We need to boost stability, which this one doesn't really help with, but which one was it? Oh, this one is actually really good. NVIDIA Ally division template. Continuous modernization. NVIDIA Ally division template? What is NVIDIA Ally? Where can we get that? NVIDIA. Can we get it here? Alright, form Cossack units, which were, well, we're not entirely locked out of that yet. Yeah, we will lock ourselves out of that. So no plus 15 stability for us. But I think that the parliament is giving us stability plus 3. I'll have to decide. It's really low now, unfortunately. We were thinking about getting someone who would help with that, but none of these are actually really that good. At least the decisions are really fire at this point. We don't really have any issues with the foreign debt or anything, so that is pretty good. We could actually start improving some of these areas, because part of our plans, if I recall correctly, is also to modernize the cavalry, which would require us to Yes, we need the basic armor chassis because I want to make a semi... I mean, it's not going to be a semi-motorized cavalry. That's way early for that. But giving them some armored car would be pretty good. So, yeah. We also struggle with the population or available free manpower from our population. But this one is going to give us 1.5% extra, which is just amazing. It's in its own. You will give us additional 3%. So we're fine, you know, there's not going to be any issues for us down the line. Alright, the railroad has been finished, which itself doesn't really mean anything, but we're now working fully on these forts. We're actually doing really well, and it's quick because they are very cheap. So it's not like, you know, we're going to be spending a whole lot of time, but they're going to provide us hopefully a lot of benefit, because the 45% is going to be very important here. China declared war on the Yunnan Creek. Beginning of the National Protection War, China is mobilizing once again. The last straw for the declaration of the Empire of China has been the last straw for the Chinese people, already exhausted of the Hongxian Emperor's tyranny and broken promises of the democracy. Various factions have heeded General Kai A's call to draw arms and rise up against this injustice. Provinces all across southern China have already declared allegiances to the newly founded National Protection Army, their forces getting stronger by every hour. Empire of China has declared the insurgency illegal and ordered the rebels crushed. It looks like China is going to have yet another civil war. Oh, no kidding. Yes, we're getting a pretty decent amount of manpower for training, drilling. Each one of these costs how much? Doesn't say, huh? 11,000, alright. So let's start training another one. There's going to be an unlimited amount of them. We're going to be training in Constantinople. These 3 divisions we're going to add. And we need to modernize the cavalry, which we will. Once we get that 1.5 extra population, it's going to give us a couple 100,000 people. And it's going to help us greatly to finish with whatever we're doing. Okay, we finished another early cruiser. And that means we are now fully modernizing the torpedo boats, because we already modernized the destroyers, as it turns out. Nice, the navy isn't great, but it's starting to look much better, and these modernizations should be relatively fast. 30th of March, yeah, not bad. Also, these constructions are just breezing through them. So we're getting the next one. We're gonna throw a couple of forts on the mountains as well later on, but really we're just trying to push. Alright, I can actually go and put one over here, one over here, one over here, which is the mountain provinces. We're gonna, you know, fortify them as well, but they're, you know, with the halving of the enemy attack on those, it's relatively non-problematic at all. So I think we're going to strengthen the first army, the second corps, by 2 divisions. I mean, I don't think we need anyone here anymore. We can't even afford it at this point anyway, because, you know, the units are all completely undersupplied. So unless we finish the hubs, I'm not willing to send anyone else into that area. This is going to be amazing. The construction speed, research speed, those are going to be huge boons to us, because research is where we are really struggling. And I mean, where we will struggle. Like, continuous. Alright, we really need to get the infantry equipment and the Mauser rifle next. Because the defense bonus alone is amazing. And also, wow, the soft attack is actually 50% more. So that's really important for us. Can we modify the weapons in this more better industrial organization? True, we could, but at this point I don't think that makes sense. 3% is too low to make a difference. Alright, so I guess continue with these, and we'll soon jump on the factories. Alright, so we can get our first naval doctrine. I think we finished, yes, all of these. So we can get the Dreadnought Primacy. The dawn of the 20th century has shown us the efficiency of dreadnoughts in wartime. We must expand our naval capacities to adapt to the times by following the strategies of the dreadnought warfare. Mutual exclusive with these, but yeah, I think we can go with this one. So battleships got the 20 organization and armor of 15%. That's actually pretty good. How are you guys doing? Jesus Christ, 250. I mean, we're getting daily XP. Yeah, this is an issue. Our political power is just in the dumps now. Other than that, we're doing great, but the rest is just awful. So which areas are lacking? Okay, you... I'm confused. No, never mind it. Alright, we got you guys here. So let me send 2 of you over there and have you guys drill. And the other unit. These are the assault units. We got 12, which is free. I guess I'm gonna assign you to this army group. The 4th Corps of the 4th Army. Alright, and I nearly forgot that we need to actually do something with you. Because these areas are also... Oh, actually no. Ah, so these are the ones. I was wondering where we're building these. Why they're not showing there. Alright, so I'm smarter than I look sometimes. Alright. You get a good supply here, so you're gonna be fine. Yeah, they're not getting any penalty to attack. So the 45% and the bonus to defense is gonna really play a big role here. Plus we have a 40% entrenchment already. So that's good. What we're gonna need to do is give these guys all the cavalry recon detachment. Now I think that we might still get access, and I'm not sure about that. Recon, yeah, we could get the light armored recon company, but I will never have enough for all units, so recon it is. But for the specialized units, we're definitely gonna go with light armored recon, like the strike teams. They definitely need more. So no worries about that. Okay, we still got some aluminum, no tungsten or anything. The production, as far as I know, is looking pretty decent. We just need better equipment. So behind, this penalty is just atrocious. Alright, Young King was white-pieced. Interesting. Malaysian government. Oh! Alright, more nations separate themselves from China. I really need to read more on that history because I know barely anything about that area. So, Erzurum, that's the last one. Now we're gonna have level 3, which is good. Max level in hills. Nice, but it's 45% reduction. That's actually having the enemy. No, I mean, it's not having. They have their own bonuses, but we're doing good too. Alright, forts are being built. We are doing good. And very soon we're gonna jump on another civilian and military factory. What are you doing? Yeah, this is gonna be really good help. Construction speed. And the factory output and dockyard output is also amazing. Because it's gonna give us another, you know, infantry equipment is gonna jump to 15. We're gonna jump to 1.5, 2.5, probably 4.6. You know, we've already produced 10 extra trains. And your refits are gonna fasten up as well. So next is gonna be the extra research slot. Unfortunately, that one takes a long time. But we really need it, and we're gonna start working on recon planes, because fighters are gonna be really important. Fortunately, I wish there was something here that... Yeah, you can just do the bombing and you can just do the fighting. There's no multi-role. Alright. Introducing modern education. One of our main reasons to decline is being left behind technologically. We should catch up to the West in the area of science and technology if we want to compete with them. So after a couple of years... wait, where is it? Here. After a couple of years, we're actually gonna be maybe even close to 0. I would like that eventually. Yeah, almost 15. Gonna get there, and way higher actually. Good on us. Damn it, look how long it's still taking. That's crazy. Alright, last couple of forts are gonna be finished. Alright, so you get 2. I like that they removed the... Some time ago there was still... What was it called? It wasn't a fort, it was like... trenches or something. They didn't really work for me ever. So I'm happy that they actually put them away. So looking at this, who could we get? Research speed. This one is useless. Yeah, Side Nursi might be a good one. Modify population, well... Unless that modifies the weaker population, which I don't think it does. Side Nursi looks like the best guy for the job at this point. Industrial concern, huh? You know what? I think we need him. Need this. It's gonna give us a couple more factories and with the bonuses and everything. Let's get it. Yeah, they give us an extra factory. And it's gonna be even more useful down the line. And the industrial research is gonna be sped up. We just need to work on the stability a little bit more. But 15% is actually pretty good. Yeah. But, yeah, this is just terrible. Terrible. But hey, almost... Well, in the north, we're actually done with the forts here. The only ones that are not done is the mountain ones. But we know how that is. Now we're gonna build 2 factories, and then we're gonna jump on the supply hub. With that extra factory, what am I'm gonna put it on the supply equipment actually. Because that one doesn't need an upgrade. The rest of our things need an upgrade. Crippling illiteracy. I wonder if we're gonna get it immediately or next year is gonna be the first one. Because that's also gonna be good to see. Alright. So we can send another batch of ships to get upgraded. It's gonna take them 6 days each. That's awesome. I wonder how we're gonna look when we start producing the armored cars, because that's gonna be a big game changer for us. But I'm not 100% sure what the actual effect's gonna be. Oh, army modernization. Yes, please. Purging the military. Sick man of Europe. Modernization efforts. Alright, we're down to 8% in penalty. Not bad. Accidents chance to 50%, but yeah, the rest is going well. So you guys are almost finished. Yeah, we're gonna start building the factory next. Cool. So the border with you guys is relatively secure now, or it's gonna be secure. I mean, I still need way more units here to defend this, but with the forts and everything, and a backup army here, I'm probably gonna put a couple of cavalry units there to defend this. What's the width of you? 23. And these parts have 70? Yeah, 70. So having more... Alright, for you it makes sense. For you it also makes sense. So we should send more units in here. The central... That's 2. So 70 plus 25? Additional 45. Alright. So that should make sense. You all can enter a combat. But if we need one more over here, and a reserve army definitely needs to be stationed down south. Because we need to make sure that they will not overwhelm us. Okay, 100 days. Did we want to do anything here? Carrier pigeons, blueprints. Decryption, encryption. I might want to look into that. How's the unrest? Oh, it's down to 0 everywhere except in Egypt. Sorry, Egypt, Greece. Egypt. Except in Egypt, man. We always have issues with Egypt. And I think it can go over. Oh, it's increasing now. Dang it. Okay, but I think we can suppress it and then we can deal with that. So modern education is being worked on. Hey, we're working on the factory. 8th of September. Let's make sure I follow a long one. But once we finish this one, it's gonna be cut significantly, and then the factory. And then you. That is going to take a long time. a long time. But hopefully it's gonna be ready very soon. Snap, we haven't finished the railroad here, so we have to do it like this. While we work on the supply hub, the railroad's gonna be prepared, and then the second hub. And I think you guys can actually be put in the middle here, because you're gonna be really quick. And we're gonna have more factories as well by then. At least the extra 4, 5. Yeah, with a bit of luck, we might have 2 full lines at that point, which is pretty good. Airship and reconnaissance points. Yeah, we really don't have anything for that. Right, so come on, finish this one. 8th of June, 5 more days. It's the last one, level 3, isn't it? Yeah. I mean, looking at this, I can imagine that researching this could make sense at some point. Because it was anti-air, huh? What? France declared war on Germany. What the hell happened there? Game. The Great War. The great powers of Europe have declared war on each other. The world is experiencing the largest crisis in the last 100 years, and one that will topple the old order and bring about a new age of existence. This war is to be known as the Great War, and the war to end all wars. As this conflict has shattered the concept of Europe, which kept Europe from fighting a major war over since the Napoleonic Wars. This conflict, decades in the making, is the result of decades of political tensions between the established great powers of Europe and their different goals and ambitions. But no matter, millions of men are now drafted and forced to fight in the absolute horror of the trenches, fathers and sons of our nation dying side by side as brothers. I think a curse should rest on me, because I love this war. I know it's smashing and shattering the lives of thousands every moment, and yet I can't help it. I enjoy every second of it. Winston Churchill. Well, alright. So the Great War has started. So Germany is war with France. Finland, Russia, now with Austria-Hungary. Alright. Well, we'll see how this is gonna go. What about Great Britain? Is it at war? No, not yet. Alright, well, we'll see. We shall see.